Hi, I'm Jennifer Sampou, and welcome to the introduction of Ombre fabrics, which are called Sky by Robert Kaufman. I designed for them, and for the book Ombré Quilts. I'm super excited about it. I've written this for C&T Publishing, and it's my 30th year of being a designer, so I want to do something really fun. And I think it might be, well, certainly my first time of coming out with fabric and book at the same time. So the shop owner, you get 30 SKUs if you want of gorgeous ombre fabrics that are the entire width from selvage to selvage, ombre across. And you can get the book, which talks all about how to use ombres, how to cut them, how to make the most of the 1,000 color at your fingertips. And it is easy for your customers to be successful because I've done a lot of the work for you in the how I combined all the colors for the ombres. And I'm going to show you that now, and we'll go through it and give you an overview. So in this video, I'm going to cover Ombré Quilts, which is the new book. I'm going over the 30 pieces in the collection, and I'm also talking about how, and showing you how to fold your ombres on a bolt so that when your customers come into the store, they see that that fabric is an ombre, and it makes it look really beautiful because we don't want to hide half this fabric behind the fold of a bolt. I've got 30 colors, and this is the Sunrise color story, which is 15. And then there's 15 in the Sunset color story. And I just love them. They're so pretty, especially this color. And then here is the Opal color. Very different, very light, lots of texture going on. See those hundreds of colors in here? So that is the 15 pieces in the Sunrise collection. It comes as a half-yard pre-cut, and one of the things that I want to show this to you is how gorgeous all this ombre is. It's just delicious, but you don't see it when it's all bundled up. So I want you to know that this is just the tip of the iceberg, and when you unfold these beauties, you get this amazing range from the palest of blues to the deepest of midnights. And then there's also a roll-up, which begins right here with all your sunrise colors, and then it goes into the sunset, into the dark colors. So I'll show you those next 15. And here's the sunset color story. And you get these little bits of royal blue, and you've got these green and this stormy grays, and it's just all digitally printed. And this is a new technique. It's my first collection ever digitally printed, which means I have limitless colors. So this is the sunset color story, and it comes in the half-yard 15 pieces, so there's 7.5 yards in this bundle. It's beautiful, and if you have 2 of these bundles, you, with a few extra requirements, you can make this quilt, which is Sunset Lake. but this is one of the bundles that is working towards kitting. You can kit lots of these great quilts because you have the fabric, you have the book, you have the instructions. So go for it. So why are ombres so awesome? Because they're like filled with color. I've done all the work for you, and you will be successful using these ombres. Just take a look. So I've got, here's the blush, and here is the entire range of blush from selvage to selvage. And I've cut it up so that it's in long pieces to show the entire range. And just check out this with the Kona cotton card. It goes right and left of the main kind of peachy color to pink and even to orangey feeling colors. And also what's kind of neat to do is when I pull my Konas, you've got all this delicious, delicious color happening in this one print. Okay, so you've got 30 bolts of fabric that just came in, or 15 bolts of fabric, and they are full range ombres. How do you display them in your shop? How do you show the customer that it's an ombre and there's lots of stuff going on from selvage to selvage? Here is a special way that you can fold them in your shop. So all my bolts up here, that's all 30 pieces, are folded and pinned very simply. Some shops already do this, but I'm going to show you how if for some reason you've never seen it before or your shop doesn't do this style. But this is a great way to merchandise your ombres. When you get your fabric, it's going to come wrapped up from Kaufman just like this, right? It just looks like those are the colors. But as soon as you open it up, you've got this whole reveal on the other side. So what we do is we are going to put it face down. See how easy that is and see how beautiful that looks? And it's kind of nice. I mean, we all love fabric and we like to touch it. You put it in your cupboard and you do that with all your fabrics, and you just get in the habit of doing that after you've cut it and putting it back. The other thing that I know that Kaufman is doing, Robert Kaufman, is if you buy multiple bolts, that they will give you a header of all the Sky fabrics. So you could display that also in your shop next to the bolts. Keeping Ombré Quilts books close by is another nice way to display and sell both the book and the fabric together. If you have a rack, or you can simply put it in the front and you can have multiple copies depending on how your shop operates and what you guys like to do. All through the book it talks about color, the variety of color within one piece of fabric, how to cut ombres, the different types of ombres that are on the market, because ombres are exploding and they're really fun and they're very much on trend. And the book also has 6 projects in it and things that you can do on your own to expand your ombre knowledge, expand your color knowledge, and your understanding of value. So I think it's a really great combination to have them both at the same time. If you want to make kits, we have all the kit information at robertkaufman.com. Cutting ombres is a good thing to know, that there's varieties of ways you can cut them, so that you could either focus on all of the color which is going across from selvage to selvage. And if you want the maximum amount of ombre, you're going to cut your pieces this way. If you want to focus on just certain colors and get those 8 bands of color out of 1 yard of fabric, you'd cut your yard off, and then you're cutting your strips or you're cutting your pieces going this way, or whatever the thickness is that you need, so that you are maximizing your color and keeping it more consistent and not taking advantage of the ombre through the whole piece. So the next thing I'll show you is the project that you can do with the roll-up that is in the Ombré Quilts book, and it's called Yellow Bars, and it uses the entire roll-up. So this is the folded up quilt, and you'll see the full-size quilt in the book. Very, very easy, great beginner project, and it uses the entire roll-up. And your students can either do it monochromatically and working through each hue like a rainbow, or as I've done here is I really mixed up the values, lights to darks. I mixed up color, so it just kind of bounces all around. And then the beauty of personalizing this quilt is the student can pick their favorite field colors. And mine was yellow, and you can do konas, you can do yarn dyes, you can do prints, anything that you might have in your shop or something that you love. So that takes you through my new Sky collection with Robert Kaufman fabrics and my new book, Ombré Quilts with C&T Publishing. They're both shipping October 2019. And if you want more information and to see all the following projects that are being made now and other makers that are getting involved, go to jennifersampou.com, go to ctpub.com, and robertkaufman.com.